my channel. Yes, I am alive, contrary to what you might have thought. And I thought, what better way to come back than to support my girl Jaclyn Hill on her Morphe collab. I die for this palette. I die. I didn't want to do just like a regular makeup tutorial. So I thought that I would do, I've seen it before, like a 3 looks, 1 palette, or 1 palette, 3 looks video where they use 1 palette and they make 3 looks out of it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing 3 looks, just eye looks, in this video on my channel right here, right now. So since I'm not going to have an outro, I'm just going to say it now. If you guys have any future video requests, you know, for me to come back with, go ahead and leave them down below, or tweet me, or do whatever you want, whatever your little heart desires. And if you are not already subscribed to my channel, girl, what is you doing? Hit that little subscribe button right down below, you know, the little red one. It says subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So yes, I think that's all I have to say. If you guys are interested in seeing the 3 little quick toots I did using the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette, then keep on watching. how I forgot to mention this while I was talking about the Jaclyn Hill palettes. But if you don't follow me on Instagram, then you probably did not see that I had the opportunity to meet the queen herself. Maybe it was a little creepy how it happened. Maybe it wasn't. You decide. It might have been. I saw she was coming to Las Vegas, which is where I live, with her friends and like her sister and everyone. I don't know who else she came with, but I saw she was coming for vacation, girls trip, and based off of her Snapchats, my friend had told me that it was which hotel it was. And I mean, if you live in Las Vegas, like you literally, like, people are gonna stay on one street, and it's the Strip. And this, like, it's big, but it's not that big. So narrowed it down to the hotel that she was at, and I was like, well, literally Jaclyn Hill is in town, and I want to attempt to meet her because it's Jaclyn Hill. So my friend and I, we ended up going to that hotel. We both had to work that day at like 4 o'clock. So we're like, we have to make this happen somehow before 4 o'clock. And luckily, the hotel she was staying at was literally like across the street from our job. We both work at the same mall. It was not a guarantee. Like, I had no idea if I was gonna see her, if I was gonna run into her. I didn't know what was gonna happen, because you never know. You just never know, especially like, it is, the hotel she was at is like, it's 2 hotels and it's huge. It's huge. So the odds were like not necessarily in my favor. So my friend and I just kind of chilled like in like a little area where there was couches and chairs and stuff. So we were sitting there, and we were there for a while. We were there for a few hours, and I had the largest Starbucks drink when we were walking over there, and so I had to get up every 30 seconds to go pee. So it was getting, I don't know, it was probably about 2.5 hours, 3 hours in, and I got up again to go pee, and this time my friend came with me, so we like were away from where we were sitting, and then I'm like just, you know, peeing, and then my friend shoves his head into the girls' restroom and is like, Chelsea, get the fuck out here. And I was like, what? Like, there's people in this bathroom, so it was really funny. So I hurry up because that usually means, you know, that I figured the Jaclyn Hill was in our vicinity, like we were near her. So I rush out, and I see like a squad of like sun hats and like pretty little sundresses covering swimsuits, and my friend was like, is that her? And I was like, bitch, she's in a freaking wheelchair. Of course it's her. Because if you didn't know, when Jaclyn Hill like got to Vegas, she sprained her foot. So she was in a boot and she was in a wheelchair, and it was like a flawless group of girls and then one in a wheelchair. So he kept saying that. He's like, is that Jaclyn? Are you sure? And I was like, yes. There's no other, like, who else would it be? And it was like down the hallway, like a decent like ways where you're not gonna like shout someone's name. Do you know what I mean? So we like just walked. We walked so fast to get down there, and by the time we were getting down there, they started walking down the hallway, and I was like, no, because like you're not gonna shout someone's name in like a bougie ass hotel. So we were kind of close to the point where I thought she was with her friend Jackie Riley. If you don't know Jackie Riley, she's fucking hilarious. But I thought I saw Jackie and Jaclyn look in our, like, down in our direction, but they were probably just looking down the hallway and not looking at us. And so I was like, oh my god, Jackie, Jaclyn! And they just kept strolling. And I was like, this isn't awkward. So that like put a weird taste in our mouth, because we were just like, oh my god, like, are they not gonna acknowledge us? Like, this is weird. Should we just abort mission? And I was like, literally, I'm never gonna have this opportunity again. It's Jaclyn Hill. She's fucking 10 feet away from me. I'm making this happen. So we keep walking behind her. Like, Jackie and Jaclyn were in the front. Jackie was pushing Jaclyn's wheelchair, and then it was like her entourage behind her. And we were behind the group of friends, and I was like, we are literally so close to Jaclyn Hill right now. We're so fucking close. And my friend was like, I don't want to do this anymore, Chelsea. Oh my god, like, what if they ignored us, like they don't want to meet us? And I was like, maybe they weren't even looking at us, like maybe they're just looking down the hall. And I'm like, I'm not letting this opportunity pass me up because she's literally this fucking close to me. And Jaclyn Hill is the reason I started my YouTube channel. She's the reason I had the balls to start my Instagram. She's literally my favorite beauty influencer of all time because we are so similar in personality, and I live for her. I love her so much. So as they were in their swimsuits, you knew that I knew they were going to the pool, and so we were just kind of following behind them. And then I saw the pool exit to the left, and I was like, oh, this is like, because we're not going in the pool. For one, we probably couldn't get in, and two, that's just extra creepy. So I was like, if she goes in there, like, it's game over. Because then I was going to LA that weekend, so I wouldn't have even had time to go, like, try to meet her again. So yeah, basically, Jackie is like on a mission. Like, you could tell she was just on a mission, and she looked fierce as fuck. She was wearing heels with her swimsuit. I loved it. So she was just like pushing Jaclyn on a mission way past the pool entrance, and so the friends behind her were all like, Jaclyn, the pool's right here. And so that was like my moment. I felt it because they had to like U-turn right back around. And obviously we kept walking, so it was like inevitable to run into them. And Jaclyn was sitting there with like her bougie sunglasses on, and I literally was just like, oh my god, Jaclyn Hill. It was the most awkward thing, like trying to act like you weren't just like waiting for someone, or like, and hopefully she never sees this video because it's awkward. But like basically, even no matter who it is, like I'm just like that person who I don't know what to say to start a conversation with someone I don't know, whether you've been watching them on YouTube. Regardless, I did approach her. I did like, I mean, I was literally starstruck because it was Jaclyn Hill. I don't know. It was a surreal moment for me. So I was like the one who like stayed in the back while my friend like went up and approached her and hugged her. And honestly, like, with even Jackie Riley there, like, I love Jackie Riley. She's hilarious. And just her, that was like a double whammy, but so nice. Honestly, Jaclyn Hill is so fucking nice. It's unbelievable. She was a little bit more timid. I feel like I found that out about like a lot of YouTubers. If you've been watching my Instagram or following my Instagram, you know I've been meeting a lot of them. But everyone's a lot more timid in person than they are like on their channels. But I think it's more or less just because you're like interacting with a stranger essentially. It's still a subscriber, but it's still like a stranger. Like, I would probably be the exact same way if like someone who followed me came up to me and was like, oh my god, I love your videos. I'd be like, thanks. So I get it, but she was definitely much more timid, but she was so sweet. She especially complimented my friend. He has perfect skin, so she was like at a loss for words for like how flawless his skin is. So basically I was sitting there like watching her just compliment him and was like, Jaclyn. But yeah, I gave her a hug. Well, I actually walked up to her. I was like, can I give you a hug? Obviously looking down because she was in a wheelchair. And she's like, yeah! And I was like, oh my god. So we talked with her for about 5 minutes, but they were on vacation, so I felt really bad, like even bugging them at all. So then Jaclyn was offering to take photos with us, but she wanted selfie photos because she didn't want the wheelchair to be in like a distant photo. And then she also took several photos with each of us because she's like, I know you guys need that angle. I know you need options. I'm here for it. So she held my camera. Jaclyn Hill has held this little guy right here. So yeah, then, you know, they walked away and I was sitting there like, that was Jaclyn Hill. I want to show you what the before photo looked like and what the after photo looks like because we got the worst lighting ever. It was in a hallway and it was so yellow and it was just, I looked jaundiced and I was like, this is not, I had to work a fucking Facetune miracle on this lighting for sure. So yeah, that is my little story about how I met Jaclyn Hill. Love her.